What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, creating a sketch illustration of Po from Kung Fu Panda. Let's begin today's lesson by adding some guidelines to help us with the symmetry of our drawing. We'll start at the very top of our page in the very center. Just going to sketch a line coming down the middle, come all the way down towards the bottom of our page. And I go to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. So we'll start with the left side and then extend that out towards the right. Now we're going to add some marks across these lines to help us create an oval. From the center, let's go all the way up to the top. Just going to mark this off with a straight line. Now let's take that same distance down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Now you want the head to be wider along the side. So we'll take this distance over towards the left and just go out a little bit further and just mark that off. Let's take that distance to the right and do the same thing. Now to create our oval, all we need to do is connect each of these marks with a curve. So we'll start with the top left, just going all the way around towards the bottom. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. We can always come back and readjust this later. We just want to get the rough size and placement on our page. Now with our oval in place, we can start blocking out the main features of the head. Let's start with the side of the neck. We'll start on the bottom left. Just going to curve the neck, coming down, then out. Let's go over towards the right and do the same thing, coming down and out. Now to connect the side of our oval with the curve, we're going to go up in the middle and then bring that back down on the right. Now from this center point, we're going to sketch an oval coming down towards the bottom and back up. So we want to go all the way down towards the bottom of the head. Just going to leave a gap and bring that back up towards the top. Now this is for the edge of the muzzle. Let's leave a large gap in the center. Go to the left side. We're going to add that patch going up and out towards the left. Go to the right side and do the same thing. It's going to round out the patch, coming down the side, round out the bottom, and just pull that up towards the side of the muzzle. Now to pull the eyes towards the inside. So on the left, along this line, it's going to sketch a circle. Going up against the edge of the muzzle, and then do the same thing on the right. Let's place the ears on the top of the head. We start on the left side, curve this around and then back in, and go to the right and do the same thing. Now there's a dip in the center of the head. So on the left, just going to bend this down in the middle and go up and out towards the right. Now let's go back to the center and add in the nose. We're going to start on the left, curve the nose, coming down and then up. Let's round out the side of the nose, just pulling this in like a bracket. Pull this down and in towards the bottom in the center. Now just underneath the nose, we're going to add a curve from left to right for the mouth. It's coming down, across, and then up. Let's draw a smaller circle in the center of each eye. We're just going to pull this in towards the inside. So let's start on the left. Drawing a circle for the iris. And we'll line this up on the right. Now that we have the basic shape of the head, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we have our clean drawing, let's move to the tip of our pencil and lightly add some more detail and refine the shape. We're going to start with the top of the eyelid. Starting from the inside of the eye. Just going to bring this down a little bit lower along the top, then out towards the side. And bring this down just underneath the iris and back up on the inside. Let's go to the right. We're just going to raise up the upper eyelid, going up a little bit higher, just following the curve of that circle, coming down. And then bring the lower eyelid just underneath the eye. Let's go back and trace out the iris. Now I'm going to add a smaller circle in the center for the pupils. And then we'll lightly shade those in. Now I'm going to move to the center and start adding some shape and detail to the nose. Let's add a gap along the bottom of the nostril. Bend this out and up. Then bring that down towards the bottom. I'm just going to pull this in towards the center. And I'm going to bring it down a point. Just bringing this down towards a center point. Trace out the mouth. Just going to trace out the bottom of the mouth, the lower lip. And we'll just lightly shade that in. Now let's go back and add a little bit more shape to those patches around the eyes. Let's bring the one on the right side up a little bit higher, just to give him a bit more expression. And just adding a slight dip to the side of the head. Now once we're happy with the proportions of our drawing, we'll go in and add some more contrast. Also adding a little highlight inside the eye on the top right. Enhancing the pupil. And just adding a light shade to the inside of the iris going around that highlight. I'm going to move to the side edge of our pencil and just fill those patches around the eyes. Just going to start with a light, even shade first, and come back and add some more detail after. Now I move to the tip of our pencil and add some fur texture inside those patches. Just with these short lines going up and out. We also want to feather out the ends. Also working with the curve of the eye. And we're going to repeat that exact same process across the right eye. I'm going to go in and darken up the bottom of the nose. And I want to leave a little bit of a highlight along the top edge. So I'm just going to fade this out as we go up. Let's add 3 spots on either side. Now I'm going to use the side edge of my pencil to add some shading around the muzzle. Just going to bring that shadow coming down towards the bottom and then fade that up. And now we're just going to add a fur texture across the outside of the head. So with these short lines, it's going around the head. Now we're going to add some volume to those ears, starting from the side of the head and just working our way out. Again, just adding some loose fur texture first, and some contrast along the inside. And we're going to go back and add that fur detail on the inside. Now I'm going to move back down and add some darkness to the body, starting just underneath the edge of the head. With the side edge of our pencil, we're just going to pull this down towards the side. And now we're going to go back in there in some more detail. Now let's wrap up our drawing with a little bit more fur detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Po from Kung Fu Panda. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please give this video a like and share this with all your friends. And if you want to keep drawing with me, then you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.